Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul Fitch reporting on the 7th of January 2018. I, Daniel Blake. We are all potentially Daniel Blake. We, the plebs of the United Kingdom. I'm bolstered up in my bedroom at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Can't afford the heating on. I'm absolutely full of flu. Well, getting over it now, to be honest with you. And I do believe it's a twofold thing that's causing this. One, the chemtrail dispersals, and two, the vaccination push. And those who took the vaccines are carriers and they're passing it on to the rest of us. So thanks very much for that, folks. Yeah, anyway, just a quickie on that one. At least I've got a roof over my head, be it a freezing cold one, but I've got a roof over my head and I'm not on the streets living in danger and possibly life-threatening situations in the sub-zero temperatures that we've got here at the moment. There seems to be a lot of activity on Facebook over the last week with regards to protesting the royal wedding, and I wholeheartedly back this, and I will be attending two events. One will be the sleepover at Windsor. We all know what's gone on there, don't we, with the councillor. Can't even think of his bloody name at the top of my head, but the councillor who basically wants the homelessness cleared up on Windsor. So for the rest of the world viewing, it looks like a picture, postcard, royal wedding that we love to show the world. So yeah, what an opportunity. What an opportunity to make some noise and disrupt that wedding. They are parasitic, paedophilia, child murdering, satanic, evil fuckers. Excuse my language. No, in fact, don't excuse my language, because that's exactly what they are. This is all verified and you can check it all out on the internet. Our Queenie has shares in depleted uranium. Let that one sink in for a minute, folks. That's what was used in the war in Iraq on the tip of the warheads, and the women in Iraq are producing deformed babies and have been for a long time, and that can be checked out on the internet as well. I digress. Yeah, so the reason I'm making this video is enough of the austerity cuts now. We have the power to overthrow this government. We have the power to overthrow any government. We have the power to stop this austerity and to have the debt scrapped. We are an abundant, wealthy nation. The Crown is extremely wealthy. The financial hub of the world is the City of London. We are the fifth world's greatest economies still. We might have dropped down a peg, but we're still the fifth largest economy in the world. And every town and city that you walk down today, it's absolutely heartbreaking, you know. We've got absolutely amazing people out there doing soup kitchens and things, but that's not sorting the problem out, is it? I applaud you all for doing what you're doing. I really do, and I take my hat off to you, and I mean that most sincerely. But it's certainly not sorting the issue out, is it? We've got to address this, ladies and gentlemen. We, the people, hold the power. We've been led a pack of lies and made to believe that we need this government, and we need a government. We don't need any bloody government. We're strong enough to govern ourselves. I'm lost for words, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I just believe that we need to start getting ourselves together, because the longer we're leaving this, the worse it's getting, and you can clearly see that the chemtrails aren't stopping. They're about to frack the country, and there's just homeless people everywhere. It's like I said, it's absolutely heartbreaking, isn't it? So we need to really address the issue. So like I said, I will be attending two events. One, the sleepover in support and solidarity with the homeless down in Windsor, and indeed the whole of the UK. And also I will be there at the wedding with a megaphone and making as much noise as possible. The whole world's eyes will be on the United Kingdom and Windsor for the royal wedding of Harry and Meghan Markle. on the 19th of May. The Queen alone can end world poverty. Fact, that's that. So what are we going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Are we going to carry on and bury our heads and do little about it? Or are we going to stand up, be counted, and do something about it? Everything that I do, and I mean everything that I do with regards to my activism over the years, and I've done quite a bit. I've organised events, I've organised petitions, I've attended loads of different rallies, from child abuse to fracking to geoengineering to the homeless in Liverpool. I've made plenty of videos, I've had a radio show. I'm just one person banging the drum. I've tried to organise events for general strikes, I've tried to organise events for days of non-compliance and the big switch off. I'm at a loss at times, ladies and gentlemen. I can only do what I can do. All I can say is, get off your backsides, start making some noises. I'm not saying let's go and riot. That's the first thing they want. But that said and done, we've got to do something, haven't we? Just imagine if tens of thousands of us, hundreds of thousands of us turned up with one intent on the day, which is to cause as much peaceful disruption as possible. There isn't enough police in the country to stop us. Only fear stops us from getting off our backsides and doing something about it. I'll be honest with you, I make these videos over time and I always feel like I'm waffling them on, and chances are I do. But I've got to do something. I've got 12 beautiful grandchildren, and what the hell would I be leaving behind? I intend to be able to look each and every one of them in the eye and say to them, I've done all I can possibly do to secure a better future for them. The simplicity of all this is we scrap the debt. We get things back on track very quickly. Any government who comes in, we hold them absolutely accountable. If they don't do the job, they're out. It's as simple as that. And we carry on until we get a government that does listen to the people, respects the sovereignty of who we are. That includes the Queen. They're all treasonous. I won't even go into the realms of the dark side of who they are and what they do with the paedophilia rings and satanic rituals and the blackmail and bribery that goes on with these politicians from the higher echelons who are steering us towards a new world order. We can stop this in its tracks, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe that on the day of the wedding we have a fine opportunity to make some noise and to get our voices heard and to start turning the tables on all this now. I can't get my head around this day and age. White people wave the flags and bow down and absolutely adore the royal family. It's absolutely scandalous. If you truly knew who these people were, you'd be up in arms. You'd be turning the bloody gates of Buckingham Palace down. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, peaceful non-compliance. Let's go along with that. Let's get down there in our masses on the 19th, the 18th and the 19th of May. And fuck your FA Cup final. That isn't going to fucking sort things out, is it? You know what I mean? The men folk of the land, you need to get off your asses, give your heads a wobble, and start fucking fighting for your families. Simple as that, isn't it? So, yeah, waffle on I do. I hope in between the waffle you can get the essence of what I'm trying to say. This is about the 10th attempt of a video that I've made in the last hour, and I deleted them all. But you know what? I'm going to run with this one. Don't bloody care. Don't care if I'm not polished or anything like that. I'm talking from my heart. Full of flu with a bit of a dizzy, wobbly head. But there you go anyway. So, yeah. Get off our backsides now, ladies and gentlemen. It's either do or die, isn't it? And we're getting to the point where we're all going to be fucking too bogged down, too weak, too enabled to do anything about it. So, yeah, let's get off our backsides. Let's use this year. Let's use this opportunity of the royal wedding to make some noise. Simple as. Yeah, anyway. There's not much more I can say. If you go on Facebook anyway, there's plenty of groups there that are popping up and event pages that are popping up, which is fantastic, and I really do believe that we can do something about this, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to do something, haven't we? So the main aim is to end the austerity and to scrap this fucking ridiculous debt. If you, just to say one thing, go on Google and type in the national debt clock. Have a look at it. I posted it quite a few times. It's not going down. It's going up. It's something ridiculous like £5,000 a second. It's not going down. It's not going away. They've enslaved us through debt. It's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? I'm working absolutely ridiculous hours in a caring profession, and I'm sitting here in my bedroom, freezing freaking cold in the middle of winter. But like I said, I've got a roof over my head. There's at least 250,000, 500,000 people in the UK presently not in the luxury position that I'm in, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. That's the source of semi-official figures that they're giving us. It's probably 10 times that. I've never seen that in my local town. I've never known it to be so bad. There's got to be at least 20, 30, and it's a small town on a small peninsula in the UK. We all know, we see it in our towns, in our cities, and enough's enough, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Daniel Blake, we are all potential Daniel Blakes, and it's time we all stood together and took these fuckers on. Excuse my French. Okay. That's me signing out. Please share the video, and what else can I say? Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Love to you all.